Shalom. This is a Sarban Sarala, Elias Dan Kemp. And first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Father and the Son in the proper true Hebrew tongue. Call Laah, Yahweh Bashim Mashah, Bashim Maukakudash Ma'amah. Also, dominance to the elders and the apostles of GMS, and dominance to matter as well, Aharwan Basharala. Peace and blessing to 1/3. You salutation to the elect. This lesson is finna be on free will. You know, you might hear people saying, you only, well, they say YOLO is my life, my choice or whatever. Heathens always say that, because this is the heathens' rest. Elam, Ishmael, Cush, Bezram, they got all the lock on they got the lock on society, they got a lock on the economy, the same as Esau, and we don't have that, man. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the speckled birds, we don't have the lock on society or the economy because it's not our risk. And if our people happen to get a business or get money, not saying that all the time, of course, but most of the time, they get it through wicked ways. If I see a Jake with a whole bunch of money, they probably got it, through a big way. Because most of the time they rappers, entertainers, celebrities, and you know how that goes. That's just a business right there. You have pastors that be rich as heck, or you might have an average Jake, that live in a house, a regular old house, but do nefarious things, you know. And they'll say, I can do what I want, whatever, the Lord know my heart. I don't know, something, they'll just mess it up, just say something about something around those lines, But mainly on free will, people think we have free will. People think we can do anything, People think I'm saying Jake think we can do anything, We can't, our people try to do something with the BLM, thinking that we're gonna be free, and be equal or whatever, to the heathens and everything. Cause we're not equal to the heathens. We're not equal to Esau or the rest of the heathens, man. We're supposed to be above them. But in the society, we could always be below them. But in the kingdom, when this place is destroyed, we in the kingdom, we're gonna be above them. They're gonna be the lowest of the low, but think they're the highest of the high. That's better because that's righteous. Our people want to be equal to the heathens and be equally yoked with them. The scripture say you're not supposed to be equally yoked with them. You're not supposed to think what they think. You're not supposed to think you have free will. You're not supposed to be equal to them. Because they wicked. We supposed to have the light. We have righteousness. We have our power, which is Yahweh Bashim outside. We have all those things. So with the BLM or whatever, they try to take that and they try to do something with that, but you can't do nothing with that because it's nothing. It's ran by a Khazar and a sodomite Khazar. So that's double trouble right there. So look, there you go. But I'm gonna go ahead and get into the lesson though. This is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 9. A man's heart devises his way, but the Lord directed his step. So man, a man's heart devises his way. So ultimately, when we make choices, all the choices we make are ultimately set up by the Most High to us to even have those choices, and I don't know if y'all be, hearing about Esau, but the multiverse theory type jump, all that stuff you see on Marvel movies and DC movies, you hear about the multiverse or something like that, which is this Esau and his theories, his theatrics, telling the world what he want to thank all these other philosophies and ideologies, idolatries and everything. So put out the multiverse is basically something to do with time and places. And I know what it is, but it's like it's profoundly foolish, But that's Esau though. But basically, if I take a right, if I'm going down the street and I choose a left or right or straight, there's gonna be a universe where I go right, a universe where I go left, and a universe where I go straight. Like let's say I take a right, but there's also a universe where I can where I take a left and take a I go forward or something like that. So no, that's just Esau, man. It's not like that. The Lord set up for us to go in that direction in the first place. Just you could take that as what's going on right now, man. It's only gonna be 1/3 in 104,000 that's gonna make it out. That's gonna make out that's gonna make out the destruction. Ultimately, they were set up by the Most High Yahweh to be destroyed. The 2/3 of people is set up to be destroyed. The heathens were set up to be destroyed. Esau was set up to be enslaved, and destroyed. So that's how that goes, man. So there's no free will, There's choices. That's all it is. It's choices and decisions. It's the ways that you think that allow you to do that, but it's not actually you doing it. The Lord is set up for you to do that. You know. So it's not. I'm gonna take a walk. I'm not gonna stay in my bed. The Lord had you take a walk. The Lord had you do that. You're not making your own decision. You making your own how you feel, but ultimately the Lord make you feel that way. So it's like people don't understand that. And what my elder said, you know, uh, my elder man, he said if you have free will, then will yourself not to die. Will yourself to be immortal. Exactly. Nobody can do that. You can't be immortal, man. Even the oldest, you know, living person, which is like Noah or Adam or Methuselah, they live almost a day, which is 1,000 years is a day unto the Lord. So yeah, you can't be immortal, man. You can't will yourself not to die, you know. So kind of man, a man's heart devises his own way, but the Lord directs his steps. This was gonna happen ultimately when we, deep in Jacob trouble, man. When the children of Israel are gonna be troubled as well the rest of the nations, you know. It's Isaiah chapter 66 verse 4. I would choose the delusions. That's gonna be two-thirds of our people. They're gonna be seeing all types of junk, all types of stuff like this stuff you see on scary movies. That's what stuff they gonna see. They gonna see all types of ghouls and demons, like things they'll never imagine. Same as the heathens, same as Esau, stuff that's unimaginable by their eyes. But the Lord gonna choose their delusions. They'll see all types of things that they don't want to see. The Lord gonna choose that for them, man. They won't want to see it, but they're gonna see it anyways because the Lord put that on them. And I will bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none didn't answer. When I spake, they did not hear, but they did evil before my eyes, and I chose that in which I delighted not. Oh, Slagia, and chose that in which I delighted not. So, man, of course, that being two-thirds of our people who did everything wrong according to Yahweh Shema Shai, thinking they had their free will. So, look, can you will yourself not to see all these delusions and all these things that the Lord put on you? You can't do that. The Lord not allow that, because the Lord allowed you to be here. The Lord allowed you and set you up to be destroyed, and now the Lord make you see all these delusions. This is Isaiah chapter 48, verse 17. Thus saith the Lord, thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. I am the Lord thy God, which teaches thee to profit, which leadeth thee by the way that shouldest go. So come man, going to like prophets, man. The people that know the thing that's gonna happen before it happens. Of course. I mean, especially the one John the Revelator, man. Going to the Book of Revelations, we see how the Lord gave him the vision to see the World War I, World War II, and of course World War III. How that's gonna come upon it, that America will be destroyed ultimately, and most of the world is gonna be uninhabitable, I believe. But so come, man. Let's say the Lord, man. And so ultimately the Lord leads you in the way you should go, man. So if you're on the left hand side, or if you part of the 2/3, then ultimately the Lord gonna lead you where you should go, which is destruction. And of course, for the heathens in Esau, enslavement, and then after 1,000 years, Esau gonna be destroyed. And after 1,000 years, the heathens gonna have their own place of living. So come, man. So the Lord gonna leave you, is gonna lead you to that way, man. The Lord not gonna let you do any other thing than that, because the Lord has pre-decided, it's already predestined, it's already pre-written that that's gonna happen. So no free will. Main point being, there's no free will, that you didn't choose for this to happen, because you would not want it to happen. The Lord chose that for you to happen. But everything happened for a reason. You got to think that, because not only the heat is gonna have, the 2/3 gonna be destroyed, and the heat is gonna get their delusions, and our people gonna get their delusions, 2/3 our people. But it's already set up even from Adam for all this to happen. That Eve would be begotten by a serpent, that we were going to slavery plenty of times. Our people went to slavery many times, that we're gonna go to slavery, one being Egypt, in the house of bondage, that we'll get free through the spirit of Yahweh Shemashah through Moses, you know, and that will, even after that, seeing all these chairs, seeing all the miracles, seeing all this death and pestilence caused by Yahweh Shemashah, our people still gonna be worshiping other idols, and then boom, we'll get put back in slavery because we pushed the Lord to wrath. But we didn't get put back in slavery to be destroyed. We got put back because we moved in the wrath to show, and to show that He afflicted us because He loved us, and chastising to show us right, to show us righteousness, So, and then that, so going on the whole world, how long the world been going on, and all the history that the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and the speckled birds, went through. We at this point in time where we seen this and we understand this. Now we got teachers. We got to teach that there's no free will. And of course, they got to stop a whole bunch of other stuff as well. There's a whole bunch of other doctrine that got to be cut. Because so the Lord gonna lead you to the place where you should go ultimately. This is Psalm 37, verse 23. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. So come, man, the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord Yahweh Shemashah, and he delighteth in it. Both of us are being delighted in our way, the Most High, because ultimately what we want is salvation, man. We want to be able to sup with Yahweh Shai in the elect, and to be the elect. We want to be able to have righteousness, and of course, and that being set up through the spirit of Yahweh Shemashah, through Yahweh Shemashah, and the steps of a good man are ordered through through Yahweh Shemashah. So kind, man, and He delighteth in His way. So kind. Your steps are already made. You just gotta walk them. The movie is already written. The book is already written. We just playing it out. We just playing our part. Every human, every not only human, but every being, every living thing has a purpose. Every living thing is doing what it's supposed to do. And I'm talking about the animals that Most High created, not the ones that Esau be trying to, create, like cat, dogs, and I believe. Oh yeah, love bugs, not love bugs. Yeah, love bugs. Those are like man made or something like that. But so Khan, man, the ones that most I created ultimately, they all have a purpose, So you know, it's a balance, and a false imbalance is an abomination to the Lord, Yahweh Shem outside. So Khan. This is Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. So Khan, man, this is in Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. So the Lord already knew this prophet, And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. So come, man. The Lord already ordained his brother a prophet before he came out the womb, man. So already saying that his steps are already pre-took. He just got to take them. His steps are already pre-written. He just got to walk in them now. He has to walk in those shoes. Just like every other brother, man. Just like the Laah have to do, Y'all I'm on that number. Just like the 1/3 got to do. The true, you know, men, children, and women that's pushing the sincerity of Yahweh Shem outside. So kind of they doing the same thing. They trying to take those steps. And they're taking it, they making the right decisions for the Lord Yahweh Shem outside because the Lord already wrote them to have those decisions. And hopefully the name will be in the book of life, Yahweh Tazah. Hey, look, this is Proverbs chapter 21, verse 1. How Putin, how he, he doing this thing, Russia doing this thing. Ultimately, that's gonna lead to what we're already in, World War III, but no one really see it, Russia and Ukraine right now, they doing their thing. And ultimately the Lord put that in Putin's heart to do all this stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this is Proverbs chapter 21, verse 1. The king's heart is in the hands of the Lord, as the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So come, man. The Lord controls all the king's heart, not just Putin, all the king's heart. Not just all the kings of the world, but every single human. You know, he controls that, and of course he controls animals as well. Because the animals have the spirit of vengeance. That's why you might even hear about elephants and tigers killing people in what Bangladesh or Elam. So in those places in Asia. So you might hear about that. But Khan, though, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. So ultimately, the Lord set up for that to happen. It's already predestined for that to happen, man. It's already it's just being it's just being done, and that'll be the decision that was already pre-made to happen. And it's happening. So going cutting free will that everything happen for a reason, and that it's already pre-written for that to happen. It's already predestined for that to happen. So, there's no free will. Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. And with that, I want to say shalom.